Andrea, and this is my very first vlog. I have been trying to think of what to post about, and I decided that I would be posting on something that I'm actually going through at the moment. So I'm 32 years old and I'm pregnant. It's my very first baby. So I've been going through a lot of changes and just a lot of preparation for what's coming and what I need to take care of the baby, what I need to go through labor, etc. And I've been talking to a lot of my friends, and they've been giving me their advice, their tips, their stories, particularly their birth stories, which have been a little bit frightening. I think that because of the sharing that my friends have been doing, I began to feel a little anxious, a little bit afraid, and just worried about what to expect. So I started Googling how to deal with the pain, how to prepare myself mentally for any issues that could come up or any pain that I will feel. And one of my coworkers happened to share with me a link where a whole bunch of women online were sharing their advice on how they went through a very peaceful birth. There were a lot of tips on there, and one of them was hypnosis. So that caught my attention, and I started looking into it, and I found out that there are actually a lot of classes out there, a lot of programs that teach women hypnosis for birth. And I started looking into the results. I was looking on YouTube and just everywhere that I could find online, of women's stories, women who have done this and who have come out with peaceful births with very small amounts of pain, if any at all. And that really, really excited me, obviously, because I don't want to feel pain. I know that even if I do, it's okay. But if there's anything I can do to help myself, of course I'm going to try it. So I decided that I'm going to try hypnobirthing. I decided to go with the Hypnobabies classes. I heard that they're really good, and it just gets really good reviews. Most of the classes, the different programs out there get really good reviews, but I just decided to go with this one. So I managed to get a discount on it. I bought it with an online coupon that I found somehow. I was just Googling. And so I started it last week. So far, I've been through the welcome class and class 1, and it's been very informative. I'm learning a lot about the concepts of using hypnosis techniques during birth, as well as just how to change your outlook about birthing and how to look forward to it and just have positive thoughts about it, which will help train you to not be afraid, not become tense, not become anxious. And that alone will help you to have a better birthing experience, according to this class. So I've never tried it before. Obviously, this is my first time, so I'm going to be finding out. And so I just wanted to bring you guys along with me on this journey and see if we can learn anything together from my experience. I wanted to talk a little bit about class 1. So during class 1, they have a few chapters that you go through. You read a whole bunch of information. Me and my husband have been getting together and just reading through each chapter, answering the questions, trying to understand the concepts. And then in addition to that information that you get in the class, you also get a few tracks, so a few MP3 tracks that you listen to throughout the week. In the first class, I got 3. There are 2 that are a bit longer, and you have to alternate them, so do one every other day. And then the other one is a little bit shorter, and they recommend that you listen to this one once a day, at least once a day, and you can listen to it anytime throughout the day while you're doing other things, whatever. Just have it playing, and basically it gives you affirmations about your birth, and it helps kind of give you some peace about what's coming, help you to have more confidence in yourself, and just know that you're going to be able to do this no matter what happens. And it's actually really good. I like it because it has put me in a better mood, I guess, and it has given me a better outlook of the birth experience that I'm going to have. I'm noticing that I'm not feeling as anxious anymore. I feel more confident because I know that my body is meant to do this and it knows how to do it, and I just have to remember that and just not be afraid of of the horror stories that I've heard from my friends or whoever online. Just Google labor and you'll find a million different things that have happened to so many women out there. So I'm trying to instead just listen to these affirmations and get into a positive outlook about what's going to happen. And I think that will definitely help me. That will definitely bring me into my birthing experience with more peace and no fear. And even if there's pain, at least I will know that it's because my body knows what it's doing and it's doing the right thing for my baby, and I just feel better about it, just all around. So that I have to say that I'm thankful for my affirmations track for that. The other 2 tracks, now I've had a little bit of difficulty with those not because of the content that's on it, but because I keep falling asleep while listening to them. According to Hypnobabies, it's okay to fall asleep while listening to any of these tracks, because your subconscious is still listening to them even though you're sleeping. But I personally feel like I would get a lot more out of it if I just would stay awake to listen to what it's saying at least once or twice, so that I can better prepare myself and feel like I'm getting the most out of the tracks. So yeah, every single time I listened to them last week, I was falling asleep. Now, it could be because I was listening to them late at night. The only time I really have to listen to them is after work, and I usually don't get home from work until like 6 or 6:30. I have dinner, I relax a little bit with my husband, and then around 9 o'clock I start doing the track, listening to the track. And of course it says that you have to get into a comfortable position and have to make sure to have pillows around you in case you fall asleep and fall over or something, so you won't hurt yourself. So basically I'm in a very comfortable position. The tracks are very soothing and, relaxing. And I just fall asleep within like 5 minutes of listening to it. And I can't stop myself. I've tried so hard to keep awake, but it's just not happening. So if any of you have tips out there of how to stay awake while listening to the Hypnobabies tracks, please let me know, because I really need those tips. So I did alternate listening to them last week, but I just kept falling asleep, so I'm not entirely sure if they're working. I hope they are. The Hypnobabies course says that after I finish all the classes, I will be able to listen to all of the tracks again from the beginning, and just keep practicing at listening to them. So I'm hoping that by the time I finish the course and I go back to listen to the tracks from class 1, I'll be able to stay awake and hopefully get the most I can out of it. So right now I've moved on since yesterday to class 2, and it's been very informative again. Me and my husband started it yesterday, and I like the information I'm learning from it. I did get, I think, 3 new tracks to listen to. I listened to one of them and was able to stay awake. It was really short, and also this track is a little more, what's the word? I'm able to actually interactive. So that kept me awake, I think, because it was more interactive and I was doing the things that it was telling me to do. And then the other 2, I've only listened to one of them so far, and I was able to stay awake probably through a third of it, and then I fell asleep. I'm going to try the second track tonight and see how that goes. I'm going to do it before it gets too late, hopefully, so that I won't be too sleepy. I do think that if I was able to listen to the tracks in the morning when I'm a little more awake, alert, I'm more of a morning person, so mornings seem like they would make more sense. Unfortunately, mornings just won't work for me because I have to get ready for work and I have a lot of things to do around the house before work, so that won't be able to happen. Maybe on the weekends. So I'll see if on the weekend I can try one of them in the morning and see if it works out better for me. So far I have to say that I'm feeling better about the upcoming birth. I'm getting a little excited too because I've seen a lot of the wonderful stories that have come out of Hypnobabies women, Hypnomoms is what they call them. I've seen a lot of videos on births that have been done from women who studied Hypnobabies, and I see how amazing the births are, how peaceful they are, and how in control the woman seems of everything. So that really has gotten me to feel a little bit better about what I'm going to go through too, and I'm hoping that it'll be similar to what they're going through. And I mean, I'm a little excited about it, I am, but we'll have to wait and see. That's what this vlog is about. It's a journey through hypnosis, hypnobirthing, so we'll see how it goes, and I'll keep you guys updated. I'm planning on starting my class 3 next week on Tuesday, so one of those days around then I'll do another post to let you guys know how my class 2 went and if I was able to stay awake or not during the tracks. I hope that I can. If you have any questions for me or any advice for me, please post it in the comments and I'll reply as soon as I can.